Hello, everybody. This is a review about GOWIN, the football forecaster software. My name is Howard, and I am a user of the software. I've been using the software now for just over a month now, and I thought I would give an honest review about what I think of the software, the pros, the cons, and where I've come from. So, the history. Let's talk about the history of my foray into football betting. Uh, Last season, or maybe this season, no, not last season, definitely. Um, Final day of the season, I've decided to um, get in and do some betting. And I thought, you know what? I can't predict the scores, but it should be quite easy to predict home wins or away wins. So I'm on Betfair and I'm looking at the matches. And I think I'm reading the Daily Mail and it's giving you the prediction, that so and so is playing at home and they're playing this. Last day of the season, some of the games that I remember is Aston Villa against Chelsea. I think Liverpool. I can't remember who Liverpool played actually. That's the game to stand out. And so I'm betting, started thinking, well, Liverpool, that's a home win. Man City, that's an away win. Man United, don't know. Leicester, not too sure. Aston Villa, Chelsea, yeah, Aston Villa to win. Um, and I placed 9 bets, and I put them into an accumulator, not a very big accumulator, probably knowing me because I couldn't afford a lot, probably 20p accumulator was. I did the doubles, the trebles, and everything else, and I was pleasantly surprised. It won, but I remember the last day. There's me looking at the TV screen as the scores are being read out, and it's like, and they're still playing at Villa Park, and it's Aston Villa 2, and it's Chelsea 1, and Chelsea are attacking the goal at this end, and they're going all out to get that equaliser. And finally, the final whistle went, and I was elated. I basically jumped up and down on myself, for I was so happy. Then the Euros came along, and I thought I would go and write some analytical software that could predict the football scores based on data about the various national teams. I wrote it in Python and I used an Excel spreadsheet full of data that someone had given to me. And all I could do with the software, I'm not the best Python programmer in the world, but I am. I understand the logic behind it. I started predicting home wins and away wins. That's all I could do. I'm no good at anything else. So I predicted a few home wins, a few away wins, a few draws. Again, probably £1 stakes, maybe £1 doubles, and maybe a £4 or a £2 Trixie was in there, and I was getting some okay results. I'm not going to say I became a millionaire overnight, certainly not. But you know what? I could go and buy myself a nice little pint down the local pub if we could go out. I then started looking at the Premiership was coming up, and I thought I'd go and find a tipping service. There's got to be someone who knows an awful lot more about football than I do. So I went online and I did football predictions, football tipsters, and sad to say, I was a real. I fell for all of the sales spiel that was in there. So just to have a look over here. This is even recently. This is even like last month. So the 7th of October, I found IW Soccer. So that's £50. Goal King is another. That's £44. So that's £94. Goal King here, another 56. So that's £150. Goal Method, £190. live betting 190, 220, £270 for this one, 273.10. All of those are things. And then we've got some other receipts over here. This one here, so that's about 400. This one here is another 100, so that's £500. And there's some other betting stuff down here as well. So I have spent an awful lot of money on what we would consider football betting tipsters. Now, those tipsters, some of them are really good, some of them are mediocre, some of them have a run of winning bets, some of them have a run of losing bets. Some of them, you go and send them an email and they never bother replying back to you. Some of them use a Telegram service where you can't even chat into it. It's literally a one-way traffic. The tipster just tells you, do this, do that, and I'm sorry for your loss and stuff like that. I found a product called Sporita. I will type it up here. So I found this website, and the pricing here. Also, 2 month this is $50 per month. 6 month is $40 per month, and 12 months is $30 per month. So quite expensive. Anyway, I signed up to a 2 month program, and you have these VIP tips. So these are the strengths it gives you. So you can see I've already gone for this one here. I've gone for okay. I can go for this one here. None of this costs money, by the way. This bit's all free. It's just prediction that it predicts. It's what it predicts. What you're meant to do from here is you're meant to go online and you're meant to go to Betfair and do that. And this is what I like. You go to my tips, and it tells you, look, I've number of tips that I've done is 562. My win rate is 58%. My return on investment is 2%. My average odds is 205. Then you go to the expert users, and you go and see that these guys here, how well they're doing. ROI. This guy here somewhere. It changes. That there was a time when I was actually number one. I had a really good rate. And anyway, you can see that for me to get back in, I've got to go and get probably 4%. And if I get into 4%, I will stay here, and I'll probably stay there for quite some time. If I just go to my tips over here, and you will see these are all coming that I've got. Lost one, lost one, lost, etc. And then you can go back in time. You can go and look at all your other matches. This is just this is home wins or away wins. That's all this is. So I came across GOWIN, and when you look at GOWIN, I came to the website and I thought, oh great, this is really really good. Have a look at it, and I hit the download button here, and I looked at it. It says, "Oh, GOWIN Deluxe setup.exe." Oh well, that's a real shame because I'm using a Mac, so it's not going to work. Right, well, I'm going to go and download Parallels Desktop, which is a Windows emulator for the Mac. Installed it, got myself a copy of Windows, paid how much I paid for a license. Thought that's really good. Downloaded this software, and this is what you get. Remind me later. There we are. We're going to click on the link down here. So here's the link for GOWIN. It will actually fire up eventually. This is actually faster than my normal PC was. This is actually yesterday. This had a SSD card put in there for the hard drive, and it eventually loads up. And then when you're in the software, this is where it gets interesting, because I think GOWIN is like going into the ice cream shop, and there's hundreds and hundreds of ice creams, and you are given too much choice. It's not vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. It's it's vanilla, strawberry, caramel, salted caramel, peanut butter, and then after you've got your ice cream, you can have strawberry sauce, you can have chocolate sauce, raspberry sauce, you can have caramel sauce, you can have um, low fat chocolate sauce, etc., etc. You can have everything, and then after that, you can go put cherries on top. You can put raspberries on top. You can put strawberries on top, and then after that, you can go put hundreds and thousands, or you can go and put chocolate hundreds and thousands on there, or you can go and put icing sugar. There's too much choice. That's what the problem is with this software. I don't know why this is not running. Normally, it does actually work from here. Look, this is what happens when you don't preload anything. Oh, God. So that's what the software is like. Oh, well, that's because I've got too many versions over. Yeah, okay, got that. Right, okay, so now I have the software loaded. It's probably going to load 4 or 5 copies of it. No, okay, there we are. This is the screen you're presented with. It's quite overwhelming. So the first thing I did when I was presented with this software, actually, the first thing I did was I did what it says on the software. It says here, join our Telegram. So here, join our fans on Telegram. So you click on that and you go and join Telegram. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. So I thought, oh, well, that's really, really good. I'll go and do that. Then after joining it, I decided to go here and hit the help button. Thought, okay, this looks really, really good. Read through it. But this bit here, the starter kit, I know what, I'm going to follow what is here, and I'm going to do everything that this says. So I did that and followed what it said I should do. So that was really good. I followed what it said on the tin, and lo and behold, I kind of got a better understanding of what the software did. So I was happy with that. So there are two. When you go to download the software and you're in the trial mode, so to speak, you only have one choice, which is to really run the prediction software doesn't actually work. So you have to go and run performance. Now, I'm going to run performance for last week. This is now going to open up hundreds and hundreds of copies of the software because I wasn't patient. So I'm going to download for last Saturday. So they are the 30th of the 10th, 2021. And then the 30th there. And then I'm going to click performance. So I click on performance and it goes back to the historical data and it analyzes it to go and tell you what it predicts. Red is good and green is I got it wrong. So this historical data, and this is saying, by the way, in this match here, Eintracht against Leipzig, I've got the results right. Against Kilmarnock, against where are the Kilmarnock? Okay, Kilmarnock about Crean of the South, I think that is. It got that result right. Okay, and then anything green, which there should be some greens down here. There's green one there. Kidderminster against Spennymoor, it got that particular result wrong. So what I would do here, I've got my results, and I'm going to click on start time because I may as well start. So the very first game is 23:30. 23:30. So what we really want to do is we want to right click and we want to go ascending. That's what we'll do that. And now what we've got is this is in the order that I want. So up here, this should be midnight. It is midnight. The real data, where the real joy of the program, the engine of the program, the guts of the program, the bit that's going to tell you whether we're going to win or lose, is when you click this biorhythm here. So I'm going to click this biorhythm, and here we are. We've got Atletico Rafaela against All Boys. It's predicting, the prediction score was a home win or a draw, and the score should be 2-1. Okay? Um, the actual score was 2-0, and this is how All Boys performed over the season. This is each one of these blocks is a week, and you can see, yeah, they had a rise, and then they fall, and they got a partial rise, and then they're going down. Whereas the Atletico Rafaela, they're actually, they started like mid-table, they went up to the top, and they've dropped, but they're on their way up now. So we can't expect that they're doing quite well. So what we've got here is we've got 42% for a home win, 34% for a draw, 23% for an away win. Okay, that's really good. And there's an awful lot of statistics in here. And here is all the historical stuff of how they did last week, the week before. So last week they lost 2-0. And then they won. Or this is not last week. This is their last match at home. This is how they did before that, and then before that. And here we have All Boys. They drew. They lost one. So we can look at that. For me, I'm interested in the over/under market. So I click this odds button here, and I get my over/under market. Now, it's suggesting that based on the prediction, score 2-1, I should be betting over 2.5. But we can see here the actual score was 2-0. This is where human intervention comes in. And you have to decide whether you're going to trust the software implicitly or whether you're going to do a bit of research yourself. Having spent a lot of money gambling on the over under 2.5 market, I will tell you now, had I not known this result and without going back in time to look at whether I backed this or not, I would have actually gone for the under 2.5 market. Now, some of you who are watching this video are going to say, well, that's nice and easy for you to say that because you've got the results in front of you. You're right. I would go across here and I would go and look at these two scores here, because these two scores here are telling me that potentially the software thinks there could be a draw or a 2-0 away win. So what I would do is I'd take that data there and I would actually go with the under 2.5. And whilst it's lower odds, and at £1 or £5 a point, that is a win to me. So I would go take that. And every day I go through this religiously doing this. Now, when I started with the software, I went with home wins and away wins, because why not? Because home wins and away wins, bread and butter. This software should be able to predict them with a really, really high percentage. And it does. You can go and bet 100 matches of home wins only. And, providing you look at the stats properly, you would end up with probably a 90% return rate. Really, really good. And, if your idea is to make money from the bookmakers, which is what we're all there to do, then you want to make sure that you're winning it. And I don't care really whether I put £5 down at odds of 1.5 or more, or 2.5 or more. I'm still winning. I'm still winning. I'm still in profit. The time it goes wrong is when I put 100 bets down and they all lose because I wasn't reading the form correctly or I wasn't reading this chart correctly. So this is one form, and you can actually go down to the next game in the sheet and the next one. So that's this one here. And if I just fast forward, so we just go through this, we're going to start finding time. So it's Saturday 3:00. That's when the Premiership starts here in the UK. Just quickly run through this, and we will eventually get here. I think there's a 12:00 match there. Was last Saturday, which was a Man United Leicester game, or no, it wasn't. It was was it this one here? Yeah, no, that's not the real Leicester. There's a match here from the Premiership, just about here. Can't remember who it was. Was it 12:30? Come on. I know it's not going to show it to me now. Oh, they are. No, it's not on here. I must be excluding those particular clubs out of here. I may not be looking for Premiership because they're quite difficult sometimes. You get too many bad results out of them. But here, so Northampton against Carlisle. This is the English League Division 2. It's predicting a home win. It's predicting over 2.5 goals. The score here 2-0, 1-1, 0-2. Maybe I'll have to analyse a bit more data. Okay, but here you are. If I go and look at Northampton's home form, 3-0, 2-0, they lost, they drew things. So probably I wouldn't go over 2.5 goals. What I would do, I would insure my bet and go for over 1.5 goals, and I would have won that quite happily. It's not high enough odds, but I still would have won my bet. So that's the first part of the program. That's like out of the box. That's what I would do. Next thing is you would go into the techniques, and this really is your ice cream parlor. This is where you've got a lot of pre-tuned or pre-formatted techniques here. You can create your own. There's a lot of people on the group chat who design their own. I've designed my own. You can download these. People put them into the group chat, and you can download them, then move them into the relevant directory, and then name them as you wish. But this is what happens: is we're going to try. We're going to say, you know what? We're only looking for home wins where the score was 1-0, and maybe we are looking at match day is greater than 5, because we want to have some real data in there. We want to have confidence to be high. And then what we're going to do is we're going to apply this technique to the system. So we're going to hit apply. It applies it. And then what you do is you go and test this. You test this technique against old data, which is now coming up. You can see the blue line here. It's actually analyzing old data, and then it will populate about how well that data did over here. So you can see instantly whether what you have asked the computer to do, whether you'll win or lose money. And this is really good. Again, for me, I like to see this in a print form or a spreadsheet. So I will download the data into a spreadsheet format, and then I will go and analyze that separately to the software. But that's just me being pernickety about it. So here we are. We've nearly finished analyzing the software here. I want to see what results it gives us. They're almost done. Hopefully this is it's done now. There, that's the last bit now. Right, okay, so if we started off with £100, the matches, there was 150 of them, 15 of them won, so the success rate is very, very low. Okay, so maybe we wouldn't be using this technique. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reset that back to where we are. So we will now go this. You can go into odds. You can say whether you want the best odds or whether you want to have opening odds. So here we are. You can do average odds, best odds, average odds, current closing. You can say how you want the biorhythm to work, which is what we were just in. So do you want home away or overall? And do you want it based on the last 2 matches for the home team and the away team? Score predictions, the total, the home team, away team, all scores in here. Best choice. So if you click on this, do I want to have what's the best choice for winning, or what am I looking for? I'm looking for over 2.5, under 2.5. When do I want the data to be analysed? Is it going to be 30 days, or is it going to be more or less? It's up to you. The standings, again, the position, high or low. So do you want to have like positions, like the top 10 positions, 20 positions, 100 positions, home and away over here. The overall position as a percentage or number of points difference. You can do that. You've then got statistics over here. You can do 1 times 2 goal average, over under, both teams to score. Again, a minimum number of matches. You do both teams to score, and I want the percentage here. Then that will come into where you saw bar rhythm. That's going to pick out what the percentage is that would have been picked up. You got what leagues you want to play in. So there's an awful lot of stuff. There's an awful lot of ideas here, and I'm not going to go into the into how that works. What I am going to say is I bet heavily on the over under 2.5 market, and I have had some pretty good success on it. So to give you an idea, I wanted to test the software and make it as real as possible. And I found out that when you paper trade something based on a set of results, it's very easy to put in fictional money and then say at the end of the month, I won or lost this. It's not real. So I opened up a 10-bet account, which I have here, and my 10-bet account, I'll actually log in. Okay, this is stating £30 at the moment. That's saying £30 because I've got 12 bets open at the moment. But what I will do is I will show you. I'll go to balance. I will go to bet history. I'll go to bet history here, and I'll go over the last week, so you can go see what. I'll just kind of go down to the very bottom here. Here, go down here. I want to go to Monday here. There's the first. I want to start off on the first because this gives you real data and it enables me to show you what happens. So here we are. So on the first. So here's the 1st of November. I placed a bet which was over 2.5. I placed £1 bet on it and it lost. I placed another £1 bet on another one over 2.5 at evens, £2. I got return on that. So that's 1-all so far. Then I won another one. That's 2-1, 2-all, 2-3, 2-4, 2-5, 3-5, 3-6, 3-7, 4-7, 5-7, 6-7, 7-7, 8-7, 9-7, 10-7, 10-8, 11-8, 11-9, 12-9, 12-10, 13-10, 14-10, 15-10, 15-11, 16-11, 16-12. They are 16-12. So 28 bets, 16 right, 12 wrong. 16 over 28 is not quite 50% on that day, slightly less. I actually did escape with a slight profit on the day, so I was happy. So just give you an idea. And I run this every day. I'm not going to go through every day on there, but the statistics are as follows. Because I wrote this in the software before. Over the course of a month, I placed an awful lot of bets. I won. Hang on, I'm just going to do it. So I started off with £52. My final bank balance as of yesterday was £224.55, but I've got 12 bets outstanding now, and they are based on compound betting. So obviously I won money yesterday. So I've taken these. I think these are sitting out at 15 to 20 pounds a hit. These bets are at the moment. Things. I lost an awful lot of money in the beginning because I did a lot of accumulators. So I was doing 3, 4, 5 accumulators, and they were losing. So I was getting three teams right, um, two teams right. I was never getting 3 out of 3, 4 out of 4, 5 out of 5. I did sometimes get it right, but I wasted an awful lot of money by doing that as well. I have another bank account, or I have another betting account where I did level stakes of £5. No accas, just straightforward betting, and that is just gave me a return of just over £1,000. Since the 1st of November, these results here are what we're working on. This is a compound betting I did. This is to prove that you can, starting off with a £10 bank, you can, with a £1 stake or even a 50p stake, you can actually make money. And you can see over here, £1.50, £1.50, and it goes up to £3. It does, because that was yesterday. I believe that using compound betting, using the over under 2.5 market with this software and just this software alone, you can make a lot of money. There are lots and lots of other techniques out there, and if you purchase the software and join the Telegram group, you will actually find out from other people who will help you use the software. One of the things that I did to help myself and to help other users was I produced a number of videos, some of them quite short, some of them quite long. But overall, it was just an idea, using my ideas on how to make money. So, a quick sum up, just to let you know. So, first of all, GoWin does make you money. You can beat the bookies, providing you A, read the manual, B, maybe get advice from other people in the group. Do not ask for tips, but do ask advice. You know, ask how to do a technique, or would this technique work? These are the statistics that I have for the last week to show you what has happened to me. Again, I started with £1 on Monday. So the current strike rate that I have on the over under 2.5 market is 64.29%. The best single day strike rate was 76.47% on Tuesday that's just gone. There are people in the Telegram group who are betting 75 to €100 and bringing in on correct scores, or bringing on doubles and small accumulators, and they're bringing in nice money. That, pin money that you can go out, take the wife or girlfriend, maybe buy yourself a car if you're prepared to put this down for the long time. This is not a get rich scheme piece of software. Let's get that out in the open. The other thing I will say is that Kevin, who is the originator of the software, he's one of the programmers for this, and he is really, really helpful. He's in his 40s. He designed this software. He's he designed the software with a number of friends. They designed the software, I think, 15 to 20 years ago, and it's been developed ever since. Actually, yeah, it's 20 years ago. He's the main developer of it. It's being coded by Kevin and his friends. It's written in a modern day language as such, and I think it's probably one of the best pieces of software on the market. You're not going to find it in Amazon, um, but it is a piece of software that I take my hat off to Kevin and his friends who originally developed this piece of software, because I can see the value of this, and I know that over time you can make some serious money with it. Let me show you what I mean by serious money. Um, I have potential. Um, I have here. Um, where's it gone? Oh, I know. I could it's the wrong computer over here. Um, I have a spreadsheet that I created. Some of it fact, some of it fiction, about how much money you can make on compound betting, starting off with 50p and just doing this for a week. Um, there are in a week, typically, um, there are about 500 games that you can analyze. Uh, some days are more busier than others. Um, so here's my compound betting chart here. I know it's oversized. Um, so the number of games that are played between the 1st of November and the 7th of November, there are some 352 games that are played. Um, Starting off with a 50p stake, what I've done on this spreadsheet is I took my live data from over here and I literally mimicked it across into the compound betting. You can see that this is data that was done E176. That's probably E176. Yeah, that was Thursday. So I was just looking at Thursday's data there. 113 lost 7, so the win rate was 65%. Again, this is fictional. So I start off with 50p. There are some 70 odd games. Yeah, 77 games that were played on Monday. 77 games played on Monday. If you put 50p on every single one of these games, this, by the way, is a. Oh, this was real. I thought this was actually coded. It used to be a random number, by the way. I'll change that to be a random number. So, because we don't know what the odds are, the random number changes. Here, probably changes there. They are random between. So it is a random number that happens there. -1 means it lost, 1 means it won. And the reason why I do that is because I have here, I run a little bit of code here, like I run an if statement, so I don't have to worry about whether it's a win or a lose, a win or a loss. It just works out what the profit is, and literally they are. So Monday, if you had done all this, you would have ended up on Monday, at the end of Monday, after 78 bets, you would have ended up with £27 in your bank account. So what we would have done, or in your betting account. So on Tuesday, we double, because what we're taking here is we've got this is a 5% value of that, so £1.50. But I decided to be cautious on here, and we're going to bet £1. So we're betting £1 on here. Then what we do is on Wednesday, there weren't that many games. On Tuesday, we're betting £2. So over here, we've rounded this down to go with £2. We come up to Thursday, which was yesterday. There weren't that many games yesterday, and we're now betting £5.50. So round that down to £5. And here we are today. Now today there are 34 games to play, and I am betting allegedly £4. And at the end of Friday, I should be £313 in the bank, and that's what I should be betting per point. There are over 300 games. No, there's 442 games tomorrow, Saturday. The over under 2.5 market that I'm using for this. I can show you. I mean, over here, just let's see. My home wins. Here, there were 60 home wins. These were the odds. It's all done at £5. Uh, I've got 38 wins and 28 losses. That is the total that I actually bet. So 22 times 5 was £110. And that, I think, is 380 minus 110. I think there's a starting bank in there as well. But these were all the odds and shows you that I did actually win most of them. 38, and that was my final balance when I did that. That was another test I did. And again, this was real money. This was right at the beginning. You can see from the 11th to the 17th. That's one of my tests. So let's come back to our compound betting. What we're going to do tomorrow, there are too many matches to be played. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take my £300 that I have in the betting bank, maybe more. I will not know till midnight tonight. And then what I will do is I will bet this value, whatever this value is, I'll divide it by 20, and that'll be the number of matches I put down. And I will bet 20 matches to 25 matches at a time. This will, we're going to work on £4. And then what happens is actually this is based on 15 or 16 matches, that is. Then after 15 or 16 matches, we're going to up the ante, and we're going to bet £12.50. And we're going to do that for another 15 games. And then we're going to double our stake, and we're going to up the ante again for another 20 games, I think that is. And you can see that we're up to £1,200. And then we're going to stay on £25 for a few more games before ramping it up to £50. And then as we come into the end, we should be on about £3,000 by the end of tomorrow evening. And then what we're going to do on Sunday is we're literally going to come back to our 5% over here. On Sunday, there are 77 games that we're going to be interested in, and we're going to do compound betting throughout the day. So you're going to be up. We're going to work with, so we've got £3,000. So bet the first 15 games. The first 15 games are there. Takes us to £5,000. Then we raise the money that we bet at £250, and we're going to be up to £9,000. And at the end of Sunday, after we've done all our betting, we should be. No, that's not right. Oh, yes, that is right. We are taking £50,000 out to the pot, because if I take that £50,000 out of the pot, we should be on £52,000. Okay, that's the theory. May not get anywhere near it, but that's kind of what the software has proven to me it can actually do. So thank you for watching. As I said, GOWIN is, I'm not sponsored by GOWIN. I'm not sponsored by 10bet at all. I've done this out of the goodness of my heart. I believe that GOWIN has a place out there for all to see. And I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Good luck, and look forward to seeing you in the Telegram chat soon.